What are you reading today?
Liquids.
Liquids. What's this book about?
Like different types of liquids and gas and solid stuff and matter.
Matter. What does that mean?
Matter is everything is matter. Matter is something that take up space.
What a great description of matter. Something that takes up space. Have you gotten a chance to put a Post-it note in a place where you were kind of stopping and slowing down your reading and wondering about what's happening?
No.
Not yet? That's okay. Would you mind just reading me a little bit of the part that you were just reading so I can just hear a little bit?
Another property of liquids is the volume. Can the volume of a liquid be changed? Imagine a bowl filled with water. Now imagine that you poured the water into a smaller bowl and try to wash all the water inside. Can you do it? No, the water does not squash down. It comes out and instead. That is because you cannot change the volume of a liquid. Fun fact, when water gets hot enough, it becomes a gas.
Just stop right there. I need to tell you something I noticed that you were doing as a strong reader, and I am so impressed by this. When you were reading and you got to a word that you weren't exactly sure of, you said it a couple times out loud to kind of see if it sounded right? Like, I heard you do this. Now imagine that you pour the water into a smaller bowl and try to squash, and then you kind of wondered, squash? And I heard you say it again, squash all the water inside. Can you do it? No, the water does not squash down. That word came again.
Squinch.
And
Squish.
oh,
Squish.
what? How did you know that it was squish? Why did you change your reading this time?
I was reading too fast, so I didn't see that ISH, and I know that sound like ish.
You know that the ISH makes ish, right? And not ash or osh and squash. But Joseph, you really did something that strong readers do the first time that you read it. Even though you didn't correct yourself, you said the word a couple times because it wasn't sounding right to you. You kept saying squash, squash. And then I know that you're ready now to go back and try to figure out that word. And when you did it, you recognized it was squish, right? Let's read this page again with the word squish.
Now imagine that you poured the water into a smaller bowl and tried to squish all the water inside. Can you do it? No, the water does not squish down. It comes out instead. That is because you cannot change the volume of a liquid.
Yeah, so let's stop here, Joseph, for a minute. Let's think about what's happening with the word squish, right? It says, now imagine that you pour the water into a smaller bowl and you try to squish all the water inside, right? I'm picturing that you're squishing it all down. What do you think squish means?
Like smash it.
Smash it down, right? And it says, but the water doesn't squish down. It comes out instead. And that is because you can't change the volume of a liquid. You can't squish water down, can you?
Liquid, it can go through anything, and you probably can squish like paper, but not liquid, because liquid is too thin.
Liquid's too thin. Very good thinking, Joseph. Joseph, when you keep reading, I want you to continue to do what you just did. If you get to a word that doesn't sound right, say it a couple times and stop, and then think if you can look at the sounds you know and try that word again. That's what you did with squish, right? First you were saying squash, didn't seem to sound right to you, so you went back and you figured out it was squish. Great job using that strategy. I could tell so many of you were thinking as you read. You were slowing down and asking questions. I saw lots of Post-it notes coming out where you were thinking and wondering about what's happening on the page. Okay. Today we've been learning that when readers ask questions, we can slow down our reading.